Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about quality time and shared experiences in our relationships and how we can use them today, starting today, if you're not doing it yet, to supersize and grow your business. I'm going to share 5 ways you can go about doing that. But why do we even care? Why is that important? Because actually paying attention to people, spending quality time with them, helps them to know that they can trust you, that they're important, that you care about what they think and feel and what they have to contribute to your organization, and vice versa. You can share what's important to you and you can understand one another better, which helps to improve the relationship. Now, there's a lot of different ways we can show both quality time and shared experiences in our organizations. Some of the ones that come to me top of mind are one-on-one meetings, not just with our direct reports, but with people that we're on teams with that we want to form strong bonds and relationships with in order to strengthen our organization. It might be cross-functional leaders, it might be mentor-mentee relationships, but in order to create those relationships and build on those relationships, we need to spend some amount of time together. One of my favorite ways of doing that is to set time aside and schedule it for each of the key relationships that are important to you. Because guess what? It's kind of like if you've got to see the dentist every 6 months to get your teeth cleaned. I don't know about you, but if I don't schedule it, all of a sudden I'll find a year's gone by and I haven't gone to the dentist. Or I will find, unless you get a cavity or something to get your attention, you probably aren't going to do that. That's why we need to schedule time, set aside time for the things that are important to us, meaning our relationships, and scheduling quality time that we can spend with people. I like to do one-on-one meetings. My direct reports I meet with weekly. My different people in the organization, depending on the nature of our relationship, I will schedule time monthly with them. Some people, I just check in with quarterly or semi-annually because it's a relationship that needs some kind of maintenance and quality time, but it doesn't need ongoing weekly or daily. I mean, there's some people I talk to every single day and spend a few minutes with because those relationships are critical to the functioning of my business. Other people, less frequently. I also like to create traditions and uh, routines and things that we can do together. For example, going out and sharing a meal, going out to lunch, or uh, going to a meeting or attending a conference or attending some kind of a training program that is of interest to both of us. There's a lot of things we can do in our organizations that not only benefit us, but they benefit our relationships and they benefit the company indirectly because the stronger our bonds and relationships, the more we can trust one another. The more we can trust one another, the more positively that impacts our culture and our ability to perform and our confidence, right? Uh, Second way that I like, that's doing activities together. So that is the second way that I like to build on quality time and shared experiences. The third thing that I like to do is to create traditions. We have different traditions. I don't know if you ever work for a big corporation, but one of the traditions that I adopted from big corporations is how we celebrate different celebrations, the different things that we celebrate. And in each of my companies, it's slightly different, the things that we celebrate based on the culture of that organization and what's important to it. But I remember growing up going to the 3M Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing annual family picnic with my family. And it was always a great event for the entire family. And every company I worked for in corporate America had certain ways of celebrating. Some had annual picnics, some had annual Christmas parties, some had both. But it's a way to share experiences with the people that we work with to strengthen the bonds that we have in our organizations. And guess what? People that know, like, and trust one another, at work better together than people that don't. It's definitely scientifically proven, and it's proven out in my decades of experience as well. Fourth thing that we can do in order to really build up quality time and shared experiences is to be present. We talked a lot about active listening last month, being present last month, and we focused on communication, and it is critical for all of our relationships. And so we're going to talk about it again here. If you are doing something with someone, put your phone away. Don't be watching the TV screen. If you happen to be somewhere where there's a bunch of TV screens, don't be watching the screen. Look at the person, talk to the person, have a real conversation, be present with the person that you're there with, right? And then finally, fifth is communicate openly and honestly. Be yourself, let them be themselves. Ask questions, try to figure out what they need, what they desire, what their long-term goals and objectives are, and they'll then want to know what yours are, and you can figure out ways to help each other to achieve those things. I love to do on a regular basis again, and we schedule these events, off-site meetings to work on goals, purpose, objectives, things that are important to each and every one of us. And then we take all of our individual things that go along with our work things, and we merge them together to make sure that we're all getting our needs met in the organization. So that's our topic for today. That's our quick 5 things. Set intentions, schedule it. I say set the intention, set goals together and stuff, but make sure you actually schedule time on your calendar or it will not happen. And sometimes you'll schedule on your calendar and it'll get moved around because life happens, but then make sure that you reschedule it and do not ignore the importance of quality time and shared experiences in your relationships, especially in your business relationships, to positively impact your culture and to grow and build and supersize your business. And guess what? Companies with the best cultures and the most positive, cohesive cultures are the most successful in their marketplace. All right. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, have an awesome day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.